Hello, everyone. This is John Galt speaking here with a live stream video for you guys to go over the update for the Teams and Class Select template, which I submitted the other day. It's not live yet. Okay, it's not live yet. It takes them a couple of days to process it and everything, but I want to go ahead and make this video talking a little bit about some of the changes and stuff, and maybe the fix for the other templates until I fix them. And I don't know exactly when that'll be. So we're going to dive right in here and we're going to get started. So I have the version that I submitted to Epic Games. This is going to be the one that's going to be live. This one didn't get quite as much love, I don't guess you would say, as the other templates. Okay, and it's because of the nature of how this template is designed to work. Okay, but we'll still talk about it. So it got some menu updates just like all the rest of them did, and we will first pop into single player here and we'll talk a little bit briefly about this. So this is something that I just put in here for those people who purchase this template or whatever, and they don't want to, make a multiplayer necessarily. They can come in here and do this, right? And you see how you have the default dummy mesh. I did not put the character, the class switching station is not in this level, and when you bring up the in-game menu, that's it, right? You can resume and you can go to the main menu or quit. And I think also the player list, it actually does show the player list, even in single player, but they won't ever be nobody here. That's something that I probably shoulda, woulda, coulda. Maybe it'll come in a future update, right? Because I might actually work on this one a little bit more in the future. But I've been getting people who've already purchased this hounding the ever-loving hell out of me. Hey, I tried to open this in Unreal Engine 5 and it won't even fucking work. Like, it don't even work. So I felt pressured into actually making this update just so that it would actually work in Unreal Engine 5. So that's what I did. But in the future, there may be some more changes to this template in particular. Okay. So we're going to go back to the main menu and we'll jump into the multiplayer. This part right here changed, right? So now it pre-populates basically just like all the other menus. It got the same updates and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and host up a game here. And now you get to pick a team. This is called Teams and Class Select. So I'll put this guy here on the red team, and you can see you've got these crappy Infinity Blade mesh characters. Okay, and there ain't a whole heap to this template, right? But it's still powerful at what it's able to do, and we may actually talk about it. Okay, and you know what? It looks like that I didn't even put in the game mode here, so that's actually something that will have to be looked at. Let me actually look at this. Son of a bitch, am I actually going to have to do an update right out of the gate? So that's supposed to have had that game mode. I bet you. Well, that one has it, but map 1 didn't. I wonder if the damn respawn system and shit actually works. It probably don't. And if that's the case, the update's going to have to take place before, sooner than later. Oh, wait, I actually plugged it in here. Hold on here. Damn it. It's always something, isn't it, guys? Well, it doesn't even spawn the character. So apparently, actually, you know what? Let me hold on. I want to see if that's actually correct. Let's see here. So, gal. delete this and let me re-extract it again, because I may have actually been in there dicking around with something. I want to make sure that the one that I submitted is proper. So give me a split second here. And we will extract that back here. Let me get me a drink. I see you over in chat, Mr. Oni. Or Miss. You never know, man. You never know. Try this again. It may have just did that because I opened from the main menu, which is probably exactly why it did it. I'm just being a hypochondriac as normal. Yeah, see there it says none, and the reason is because the main menu has none, right? That's exactly what it's supposed to be. And then if we open the map, oh, look, magically, there it is, right? And then map 2. Yep, there it is. Okay, so never mind. Never mind that whole first part. So let's go back in here and host us up a game. And anyway, what I was trying to say before I got distracted, ooh, look, a butterfly. I put in these placeholder Infinity Blade characters, and really it's to demonstrate what this template is actually meant to be. So you have this little station that you can come into, press the E key, and you can switch your class, and you'll see that now you have a different icon in the lower left corner, a different name, and it gives you a different crappy Infinity Blade mesh. And then if you switch from one team to the other, you're still a biotech, but it gives you yet again a different mesh. See, he's got the spiky shoulder pads and stuff. And you know, this video is titled the Teams and Class Select Update and Random Stuff. So I don't know if I've done a piss poor job at actually explaining what the purpose of this template is for, because I get a lot of people that are contemplating buying it and they're like, I don't understand. I don't understand. How can this be Teams and Class Select and there's no damn weapons or anything? I don't understand. And really, it's my piss poor attempt at explaining what this template is supposed to actually be for. And so the random stuff at the end of this stream, I'll probably try to demonstrate better what the purpose of this damn template is. Okay. And anyway, you got a little station in here where you can go in here and you can change your class. And every time you change your class, it gives you a different mesh and a different little icon. And then if you switch teams, if you're still an engineer, you still get a different mesh. Okay. See, now I'm the box dude, the crappy Infinity Blade box dude. Okay. And there's really no reason to go into the multiplayer part of this to really demonstrate, you know, the update. So basically the update is this. The menus got worked on. The maps got replaced. I took out all the old Unreal Engine maps, Unreal Engine 4, and replaced them with the Unreal Engine 5 maps that's got the, you know, the off in the distance shit. All right, let me just open one of these maps. Yeah, see all the mountains and shit and the new Sky Dome and all that. So essentially the update was this. It got new maps. All the maps got replaced. The single player map got a little bit of work done to make it not show certain things in the menu when you're specifically in single player. And I think that's about it, right? Maybe a couple little minor tweaks here and there, but other than that, it stayed the same. I did not replace the character in this one like I did in the others, right? You guys remember the simple capture the flag update? I literally replaced the default UE4 mannequin with the new mannequin, and I made it where you could choose to play as a male or a female. And I did that for all my other templates, except for this one. right? I'm pretty sure I replaced the mannequin and all of them. Yeah, I did, except for this one. And there's a reason that I did not do this one. And at the end of this stream, that's what we're going to talk about, is why I didn't do it. And the main reason, just to go ahead and mention it here, is because look how many placeholder meshes are in here, right? So you have 5 for the blue team, and you also have 5 for the red team. So that's 10 different meshes, 8 if you count the default dummy. Or wait a minute, 11 if you fucking math is hard. 11 if you count the default dummy, okay? So the new mannequin for Unreal Engine 5 has a different skeleton hierarchy. I do not have access to 10 placeholder meshes to put in, okay? And that's why the character didn't get changed. Because these placeholder meshes have to be in here. Because if all I was to do was just change the color, dependent, like say for example, I put the assault to be red, I put the biotech to be green, well, people would just think all I'm doing is actually just changing the color of the character. And that's not what's happening here. It's literally giving you a different blueprint, a different child blueprint of the master character blueprint. Okay. And that's why I say the questions and stuff that I get around this template is my piss poor explanation of what this is actually meant to be for. Okay. And so that's the update, right? So I guess we can move into the random bit of this stream where I'm actually going to try to explain better what this is for. Okay. And so what I have done is I created a blank Unreal Engine 5 project here called Scratch V50. So I'm going to open this up, and what I done was I went through I went through my library and all these assets and shit that I've got purchased or got free or however the hell I ended up with them is irrelevant. I put a bunch of characters in here. Okay. So if we switch this view here to skeletal meshes, you're going to see a metric ass load of skeletal meshes in here. And these are various different characters from various different packs. Okay. But the one thing that is important here is that these characters are all using the default UE4 hierarchy as the skeletons that they come with. Okay. That's the important part. And this is why I harp to you guys all the time about conformity matters. Okay. So even though we are in that teams and class select project, even though we are spawning a new character blueprint for each class, it still has one single animation blueprint. And the reason that I can do that is because all those Infinity Blade characters that I put in there for placeholder all also use the default UE4 skeleton hierarchy. So the child classes, there's not a child class for the red assault and the blue assault, the red biotech and the blue biotech. I have 5 child blueprints for each class, one for each class. And then what I do is based on which team the character is on, the mesh gets switched. So in other words, if you pick an assault, first you get a new assault character blueprint. And then when you get it, depending on which team you're on, it will pick either one mesh or the other mesh. Okay. And so what I would like to demonstrate here is putting 10 brand new meshes in that teams and class select project, implementing them to replace the Infinity Blade shit that's in there, so that I can better demonstrate what that template is meant to be a foundation for. But essentially what it's meant to be a foundation for is this. Have you guys ever played a game, a PvP game, where one faction is the Germans and the opposite faction is the Allied soldiers, right? And then on top of that, have those characters had classes. So in other words, could you be a sniper class? And if you pick a sniper class, it comes with a certain amount of weaponry. It comes with a sniper gun. It comes with, I don't know, maybe a flare, some whatever. And then you could pick a mechanic, right? He has the ability to go work on the tanks and shit. Okay, it's classes. And so if you're an allied engineer, you get a character that looks like an allied soldier, and all the weaponry that he carries in his hand is American weaponry. And then on the opposite team, the German engineer has a German mesh, and the weaponry is German, right? Like instead of a Thompson submachine gun, say on the Allied side, you get the, you know, whatever the hell MP40 or whatever the hell the German submachine gun was called. Okay. You're still both engineers, meaning your powerfulness or whatever it is that your role is in the game is the same. The only difference is the visuals look different. Okay. Well, that's exactly what the teams in class select is set up for, to demonstrate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through some of these characters here, and we're going to pick out 10. Now, what I would like to do here is put, I don't know, maybe put one faction to be, let's say, futuristic looking characters. And then the other faction, maybe not so futuristic looking. Okay, and that'll get the point across as to what this is supposed to be. Or maybe we could do, I don't know, maybe I can find 5 female characters and 5 male characters, right? Maybe that's how we can do, and we could set it up to be, you know, the blue team is the boys and the red team is the girls, right? And then you have boys versus girls or some shit like that. Okay, maybe that's what we could do. I don't know. Okay, but we're going to try to figure this out. I mean, I thought I made a video about this before, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. Well, we also have aliens here, right? So we could make maybe one character on one team be an alien, make one be a robot, maybe futuristic stuff on one side, and then more traditional stuff on the other side, right? So it's a maybe it's a time traveling game, right? You got people from the future invaded, fighting people from, you know, maybe around the 90s era or some bullshit like that. Whatever. I'm sitting here wasting air. But anyway, carry on. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if we was to do an alien, right? So we have an alien here. So we're going to right click this puppy and we're going to say asset actions. Oh, hell, it's prepping shaders. Asset actions, and we're going to say migrate. And we're going to put that in the teams and class select content folder. And we'll just go through here and pick a few out, right? So we'll do that one. That's an alien. We got a robot here. And I'm not being very particular about IK, not IK, whatever. Who gives a shit? Okay, so we're going to migrate this one. And that will go into the same. And let's see here. So What else do we have here? I thought there was another robot, humanoid mech, right? So that's a little bit different one. So we'll do that one. And what else have we got here? So that's let's see, an alien and 2 mechs. So that's 3. So we need let's see here. We need 2 more for the futuristic type characters. Let's see here. Where the hell? Here, sci-fi armor's full pack. There's quite a few in here. So I don't know, maybe we'll do that one and that one. And that makes 5 futuristic style. Okay, so we'll do asset actions, migrate. Okay, and now we'll try to get 5 more of the traditional kind. Okay, so let's see what we got here. What's this action trooper? Nope, that's futuristic. Let's see here. Female soldier. The hell is this? I don't think that's what I'm looking for. Female soldier. Oh no, that's a futuristic soldier. Female mannequin, that's not what I'm looking for. Girl 01. How about this, right? We could do girl 01. I don't know, does she even look remotely military? I don't know. Let me open this and let's see what we got here. Yeah, there we go. That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. So we'll take that one. Asset actions, migrate. Yes, go. Okay, what else have we got here? We got military dark and military silver. So we'll take this one. Let's just see what this looks like here. That works for me. So that's 2. So we'll take this one. Okay. And then we got this one, which is pretty much this why is this being a douche? Go figure. Assets from the marketplace screwed up. Yeah, so we have this guy. So that will be 3. And we need 2 more. So what can we do here? we shouldn't put the Western chick in there, I don't guess. Let's see here. Nope, that's futuristic looking. That's not what we're looking for. What the hell is this character? Let me look at this. Oh, compile the shaders already. Yeah, we'll do that one. I'm already getting bored with this, but whatever. So how many is that? Is that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe that's 5. I don't know. Let's see. We did the 2 military style. We did the 1 girl. So that's 3. This makes 4. So we need 1 more, I believe. So what is this? I'm tired of looking through this shit. All right, fine. We're going to roll with that. Asset actions, migrate. Okay. And go. Okay. So now, theoretically, unless I miscounted, we've got 10 characters into this teams and class select template. Now, the next thing that we need to do is to get all those characters all using the exact same skeleton. Okay. Because each one of these brings their own damn skeletons and shit. And physics assets, by the way. So we're going to simplify this by, we're going to filter by skeletons, not skeletal meshes. So if we go under animation, there should be a simple skeleton, right? So see all these different skeletons that are in here? We only need this one, right? That's the one that comes in this template, I believe. Let's see. UE4 mannequin. Yep, I believe that's it. So we're going to literally delete every other skeleton in this project, except for the one that it comes with, which let me double check and make sure that that's the one. Yep, that's the one. So we're going to delete all the rest of these. And yes, it's going to crack the shits, and that's fine. We're literally deleting every single one of them. Okay? And we also only need 1 physics asset here. So I'm going to remove this filter. And I don't know if we can actually filter by physics assets. Let's see here. Aim offset, no. Blend space, no. Control rig, no, no, no. Pose asset, rig. I don't think we can, which is not cool, actually. But we could do it a different way, right? There's always another way, always. So now we're going to filter by skeletal meshes. Okay? And damn, look at all these mannequins that are in here. But whatever, right? So let's see if we can do this. So I'm going to select the first thing and the last thing, and I'm going to double click. Oh, damn, that's all them Infinity Blade characters. That's not what we're trying to do. Maybe it would be better to do it this way, right? So we go in this folder. We can get rid of this stupid mannequin. I'm just going to have to clean some of this up, but essentially what I'm trying to do here is get them all on the same skeleton because they're all compliant with the UE4 skeleton. So let's open that, and it's going to tell you, here it is. This mesh has no valid skeleton. Would you like to create a new one? The answer to that question is no. And when you hit no, it allows you to pick a skeleton. And this is now the only skeleton in this project, and that's the one that it came with. This project came with. So I'm going to hit accept here. And would you like to add the following bones? I'm just going to hit OK. And we're going to have to do that for every single one of these characters that we brought in here. Okay, so I don't know why exactly it brought that. but we're going to delete it. And now we're going to open this. No, we want to pick our skeleton. So we're going to do that. And the girl. No, we're going to pick our skeleton. It's a little bit tedious to do this, but normally you wouldn't pump all these damn characters in here all at exactly the same time. So we're going to get rid of that. And we're going to open this. No. You guys see what I'm doing here, right? I hope you see what I'm doing here. Let's go ahead and do a save all here just in case this thing decides to take a dump. We'll get rid of that one. And no. So much stuff. What in the hell? Oh, that's right. We did this on purpose, right? So let's delete this mannequin out of here. And how many is that? That's 10, right? So that's going to be an entire faction. So let's open that. No, that is the... Oh, no, that's the ones that I put in here. Oh, shit. We just deleted the default UE4 mannequin. Ouch. I did not mean to do that. Can we control Z that shit? Nope. We cannot. Oh, well. Whatever. What fucking ever. I can't believe you guys just let me do that. All right, so let's open this. No. This will probably turn out to be a disaster, but isn't it always? That's fine. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. What it'll break is the lobby character, and that's fine. We don't have to worry about that too much. There's another one, but no, we can't do that. Some of these characters are terrible. There's that one. We'll get rid of that. And we'll open this one. No. We want to do that. And then we'll open that one. No. We want to do that. Okay. Okay, let me just spawn in here and let's see how bad I just broke this. If I did break it. No, it looks like it's okay. So the only thing that's missing is the mannequin. So if we try to go directly into the lobby here, it'll probably break. Yeah, see, we don't have, okay, so don't delete the mannequin, the UE4 mannequin that comes in this project. Don't do that. I did it, but you guys don't do that. Okay, and now we need to make sure that they're all using the same physics asset. Okay, now the problem is that I don't know how you filter by physics assets. Okay, I don't know that you can. Like, maybe it's under here. Is it under here? Redirectors, no. Physics, would it be here? Chaos solver. Ah, here we go. Physics asset. That's exactly what we need. Okay, so we're going to delete all the physics assets except the one that comes in this project. Okay, so we're going to go through all these folders, get rid of all these physics assets. See, this is why, guys, it's important for your things to conform. Think about that. Think about how many skeletons would have had to have been maintained in here. right? How many physics assets? Well, if they're all using the same skeleton hierarchy, you need one skeleton and one physics asset. Now, isn't that much simpler? Of course it is. Okay. Get rid of that. Now, I'm going to be careful not to delete the real one, the one that's in this project. Don't select teams and class select folder. And then we need to get rid of all those. Okay. Now we need to assign all those meshes that we brought in here. We did the skeleton already. Now we need to assign all those meshes to use the physics asset that is included in this project. Okay? And how we can do that, theoretically, is if we go back up here and filter by skeletal meshes, and we select the content folder, what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to select every single one of these skeletal meshes. Right click, and we're going to go to asset action, and we're going to go to bulk edit via property matrix. Okay? And we're going to go under this section over here, physics. And right here for physics asset, we're going to hit the browse to an asset. No, we're going to hit this pick asset button here at the end. Now see how we only have a single physics asset in here? We're going to select that. And then we're going to come up here and hit file and save. Voila. We just changed every single one of them all in one fell swoop. Okay. Okay. And now what we need to do is in the characters folder, under the blueprints, under the masters, we need to open up the master character blueprint, character master blueprint. And all we need to do here essentially is find the spot in the scripting where I'm setting the skeletal meshes. Okay. And let's see, where would that be? Well, right here's one, right? You see how it says assault, biotech, dreadnought, engineer, recon, and then down here is another. Well, if you'll look here, this is the red team. So all this stuff right here is for the red team, which then means all this stuff here is for the blue team. So this is where you put your meshes in. So we're going to make the red team. And once again, I'm trying to hurry through this, so you guys take a little bit more time doing this. I'm going to switch these to, we're going to make this one be the more traditional style, right? So we'll put this one here. We'll put FF Soldier here. We'll put girl here. And we'll put this M style 1 male here. And we'll put the M style 2 male here. Then for the blue team here, we're going to put the sci-fi robot, and we're going to put the alien, and we're going to put the SK Armor 10, V10, whatever the hell that is, the V9, and then we will put this one, which would be, damn, are we missing one? Humanoid rig mech, is that it? Okay, so just by changing those there, let me spawn in here and let's see what happens here. So if I pick the red team as an assault, what happens? Okay, look at that. Okay, Now we'll fix the colors here in just a minute. I only did this color swap stuff because that's what Epic wants you to do when you're building team-based products. They want you to demonstrate using colors. But anyway, as I switch through these characters here, now we're a biotech. See how it's giving different meshes already? Dreadnought. Now, to get that stupid color stuff to stop, what we need to do is go into the master character blueprint. I believe I did this in the construction script. Okay, so all we need to do is unhook this in the construction script of the character master blueprint. And I believe now it should give the proper materials on these things. Okay, biotech, change class. There you go. Now, if we switch over to the blue team, which has got the weird alien meshes and the futuristic style meshes. Check it out. We're an alien. Recon. What did I say is a recon? All right, we're the mech dude. The engineer. We're the big fat dude. That should have been the dreadnought, by the way, because he's a big fat dude. But you guys get the point here. Okay? Now, if we hop over... Uh-oh. Actually, this is not a problem. I forgot one spot that I need to fix that. So if we click right here, if you get this kind of problem, if you click it, it'll take you to where the problem is. And right here, it's because of this. This is more to do with that color bullshit. So that is in the on-rep local team function in this project. Just unhook it, right? We're not doing the whole dynamite body bullshit anymore. Okay? All right, now let's go into 2 players here. So, not 3, 2. Play as listen server. And advanced settings, we will do 720. Not 750, 720 by 512. And we did that. So we go to new editor windows. We'll put the client over here, and we will put this here, and we will put this guy on the red team as an assault, and we will put this guy on the blue team as an assault, and there you have it. So that is a demonstration of the power of this little $6 fucking template. Do you see that? So see, we're both assaults. The difference is, I'm a mech robot assault, and he is a, you know, whatever the hell that is, assault. And now if I switch teams in mid-game, and I decide, screw the blue guys, they suck, we're going to the red side, well, it will kill you. And then when I respawn, I will have the exact same mesh as he does, because we are both assaults on the same team. Okay? So that's the purpose of this template. Now, not only, here's the important part, okay? Because I didn't put any weapon systems in this template. But here's the important part. It's called teams and class select. So it's not just simply switching the mesh. You're actually getting a different blueprint. Here, let me demonstrate what I'm talking about here. So if I hit, what is it? Alt F1 to get my mouse cursor, maybe it's Shift F1. There we go. I'm going to look over here in the world outliner, and I want you to look at the name of the blueprint. Do you see how this one's called BP Assault? Do you see that? Now watch this. I'm going to switch to a biotech. Okay. So I'm going to come over here, and we're going to switch over to a biotech, change class. Now look at the blueprint that spawned. Okay. Different mesh. Yes, it's a different mesh, but it's also a different child blueprint. So we're going to hit Shift F1 again. See here now how it says BPC Biotech? So when you script in the master character in here, just to be clear here, let me open up this master character. Okay. And we can close all this stuff down, and we go into the event graph. Okay. So when you put the weapons on the character, in the master character blueprint, right? You put on your weapons, however it is you want to put them on, whether you do the event begin play, spawn actor from class, attach actor to component, right? That way. Or if you come in here and add child actor blueprints and plug them in, what then happens is these blueprints are child blueprints of this. So what that means is you can plug in weapons individually. So let's say that we go into the classes here. See how there's a child blueprint for each class? So what that means is if I open up this child blueprint, I will have a spot here where I can plug in, like, say, for example, a primary, a secondary, and a heavy weapon. Okay? You script it into the master blueprint so that you can change it in the child blueprints. So let's say that I give this assault an assault rifle, a pistol, and a rocket launcher. Well, then I can go into the biotech class and I can give him 3 completely different weapons. I can give him some sort of a healing gun, I don't know, a damage over time weapon. And then you can go into the other child blueprint and put in, like in the recon, you give him a sniper rifle, maybe a target marking weapon, and that kind of stuff. So that's the power of this template. It's already set up and ready to go. The meshes are simply to represent one team versus the other. Boys versus girl. One team's all boys, one team's all girls. Cowboys versus Indians. One team's all cowboys, one team's all Indians. What you use in the mesh makes no difference. You could have male Indians, female Indians, chief Indians, right? And then in the cowboys, you could have male cowboy. It just really just depends on what you, as a content creator, what you decide to put in here, right? So it doesn't matter if it's a male or a female. It literally just wants you to select what mesh is going to represent that class. And all you do is plug it in right here. You guys seen how easy that is. But let me tell you where this all goes to shit. If you're using one Paragon character, one character you got from Daz, one character you got from Mixamo, right? One character you bought off of, Turbo Squid or whatever, and they all got unique individual animation or unique individual skeletons. This is going to get significantly more difficult. Okay? And what I mean by that is you're either going to have to do retargeting to infinity and beyond to get all the animations to communicate across all those different skeletons, or you're going to have to create unique animation blueprints for every single skeleton that's different, which means you're going to have unique animations for every skeleton that's different, right? Which means you're going to have unique blend spaces, unique aim offsets. You guys see what I'm getting at here. Don't do that. Conformity matters. It will make your life as a game creator, developer, whatever you want to call it. It will make your life significantly easier. And that's why I hammer it all. Well, you can just retarget. Don't do that. Literally don't do that. Okay, so hopefully, with all that being said, hopefully this now has a better demonstration. Hopefully. And to think, this template is only $5.99. That's it. $6 and you've already got an instant, ready to go, right? All you need is the asset. Now, of course, you're going to have to build your weapon system. The reason that's not included in this template, first of all, it's $6, right? What do you expect to get for $6? I already think that this is underpriced as it is already, but that's just my opinion. But the way I would do a weapon system might not be the way that someone else would do it, because you guys know what my weapon system would be. It would be shooter. Well, you don't have to make this a shooter game, right? You could make it a freaking hack and slasher game. You could make it a Western style weapon system. You can make it futuristic style weapons. That's why it's intentionally not in here. It's not because I didn't know how to do it, or because you know, it wasn't for any other reason. Then if I'd have made this a shooter, the first damn comment in the section would have been, well, I'd buy this instantly if this wasn't a shooter game. Or it would have been, well, I'd buy this instantly if this had been a first person, right? Or I'd buy this instantly if you could switch between first and third, right? It never ends. So if I had have done it the way that I would have done it, I would have potentially lost a lot of customers. By doing it the way that I chose to do it here, it's simple to understand exactly what it does. And you can start right here. It ain't loaded up with a bunch of animations that ain't worth a damn that you have to change, right? It ain't loaded up with a bunch of, you know, what? One weapon on a character, or 3 or 8? How do you want it to work? Do you want them to come in unarmed and then you go pick the weapons up, right? So see there, it would have been stupid for me to have tried to make this more than what it is, because everybody wants their game to be a specific way, right? I would put the weapons on the characters. There would be no bullshit running around hunting guns and picking them up. There would have been none of that, right? Nobody I know that's a soldier ever jumps into combat without already having weaponry. They don't land in the middle of a jungle and go searching underneath trees and shit trying to find a pistol. That ain't how that works. But yet, you take a game like Fortnite or PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, part of the gameplay is jumping in and going and finding a gun first thing. Screw that. That's retarded. So, there you have it. And now, I guess the rest of this stream will just be hanging out. So this update isn't live yet, but it should be in a couple of days, hopefully. And there are a couple things that I would have liked to have done more to this, but I'm limited, right? I have to keep them stupid jacky-ass Infinity Blade characters in here. And by having to keep those in there, well, I can't put the new skeleton in, right? Because then I wouldn't have no meshes to represent of what's supposed to actually be happening here. So there you have it. This, just so you guys know, some of you guys that have been around here for a while, you may remember this, right? Remember when I was almost, I'd say about 80% complete with a Tribes clone, a Tribes Ascend clone? Remember that? This template is the original prototype of a team and class selection system. And so what I did was I decided that I would put the prototype on the UE4 marketplace for others to buy that were interested in building a similar style game. And that's exactly what this template came from. That's how all my templates get made. They're prototypes that I made for the Tribes Ascend type clone game that I was making. And all I did was put the prototypes, the proofs of concept, if you will, I put them on the marketplace as templates for others to buy and start from. The only exception to that is the TPS basic, right? And that was a unique beast in and of itself for a specific purpose, which was co-op style. So there you have it. Voila. So now we need to go ahead and turn this into the rest of the game, right? We need to put the weapons on the characters. We need to get the different animations in. We need to make weapon pickups. We need to give them health and damage and Well, the respawn system already works, right? Theoretically, unless I broke it in here deleting shit. Voila. And if you go into the lobby, after you've already picked a class, it should keep the same mesh when you're in the lobby, right? So you can have, yeah. So see there, you can have aliens hanging out with their enemies. It's neutral territory in the lobby, right? So see there? Hey, why was you fucking shooting at me a minute ago? You predator looking punk. Oh, you want to take us back outside? We can't hurt each other in here, right? You can't shoot each other in here. That's how it's supposed to work. But anyway, I'm getting loopy, but whatever. You guys have no idea how many people ask about this template. I don't know why they don't get it, other than the fact that I did an epic fail in the promotional videos as to what this is supposed to be. I barely sell these, right? Hardly nobody buys this little template. I think they see the $6 price tag and then they see the shitty Infinity Blade placeholder characters in it, and they automatically assume it's junk. They're like, well, I don't even know what the hell that is. That's crap. I wouldn't give him $2 for it. When in the background, it's actually pretty powerful for $6, I think. But that's just me, right? I built it. So hell yeah, this is the best template on the marketplace. You don't own this, you're cracked in the skull. And by the way, these animations that are in here, these are the Twin Blast. There's some retargeted Twin Blast animations, but there's only idle, and then there's run forward, run backward, run left, run right. And I think, I don't know, maybe I didn't even make the forward left, forward right, back left, and back right. I thought these were a little bit better than the default third person animations from Unreal Engine 4. So I put these in here. No, there's no IK. Of course not. By the way, you could adapt this template to work in the default third person template in Unreal Engine 5. Right? You could literally put this template in there and make it work. The menu system and all that stuff, and then you could start from there. Of course, all your characters would have to be compliant with the new skeleton if you do that, but you can do that. Let's just run through these characters. What the hell did I even put in here? Okay, so we got that crappy guy. We got an alien. That should have been the big fat dude. Yeah, the dreadnought should have been that guy. And then we have a recon, which is another mech, a different mech than the other mech. And then on the other team, we have, let's see, it started the assault. So we have that dude, biotech, that, dreadnought, chick with no, hardly any gear, engineer, which is the silver of the military, and then the recon, which is that. Okay, whatever. I may have put duplicates in, I don't know. So many meshes. All right, guys. Well, I guess that is the end. So now, Why did they take that delete button out? That is so annoying. Huh. I got a bunny rabbit hopping around in my yard looking out the window. I got all kinds of critters around here. Did I ever tell you guys I live in the sticks? Did I ever tell you that? Let me tell you all the critters I've seen around here. All kinds of birds, foxes, rabbits, squirrels, skunks, possums. Let's see what else. Groundhogs, snakes, and I think that's it, maybe. I don't think I've seen any deer here. I'm not far enough out in the sticks for deer to be in my front yard, but pretty close to it. Okay. All right. So if you guys have any questions or anything, now is the time. I'm done rambling. So the rest of the stream, however long I decide to hang out here, it's just going to be dicking around. I think what I would like to do is actually go look at some of these damn characters. Oh, and by the way, if you guys haven't seen the news, so this Thursday, I guess it's this Thursday, they're going to be doing a Lyra walkthrough with Q&A. So for any of you guys that are interested, you might want to tune in for that. I'm not gonna, because it's C++, and that don't mean jack shit to me. But some of you guys might want to check that out. All I'm interested in the Lyra project for is assets, particle effects, sound effects. I was really interested in animations, and I might still be, right? But it mainly depends on, I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do yet, right? I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I'm still doing some experiments and stuff like that behind the scenes. I've been toying with the notion of making a brand new template that's different from anything that I have currently, specifically for Unreal Engine 5. So, you know, I told you guys that currently the only income that I have is what I get from contributions to my YouTube page, sales from the stuff that I sell on the Unreal Engine 4 marketplace, and my Udemy course. So I'm thinking about building something new for Unreal Engine 5 to put on the marketplace. Don't know what, but it can't be something redundant to what I've already got. So it'll have to be something unique. I don't know what yet. Okay, so let's look at some of these characters, shall we? These are just some characters that I bought. Some of them I bought, some of them were in the free for the month content, but I'm just going to kind of go look at them, revisit them. So there's a male and a female stylized type character, I guess, and has no helmet. You put the hair on separately. I guess that's how that works. Single mat with head and helmet. Yep. Okay, well, there's that. That's pretty much what that is. Ariana character. These are mostly, all these characters are mostly modular characters. That's why they're bald headed. You got to put the hair on separately. Some assembly required. That's funny. That's like buying a grill at Lowe's, right? Some assembly required. Good God, look at the material elements on this character, would you? Oh, let's see here. And we have this character is well, this one at least didn't go overboard with the material elements, right? So there's that. That's always a bonus. Okay, and then we have this. This is another asset from that same soldier we looked at a little bit ago. These are just, I think these were free, right? Like I didn't buy these. I think these were free for the month or something. That's a dummy. And then we have this. There's 2 or 3 different flavors of these in here. You can take these modular pieces into Maya and assemble them however you want them to be. They just include some of them put together. You see how these have individual pieces? Like, see, that's just the chest stuff. Then you have, I don't know, like a holster. So you export these out, the individual pieces, and then you can take them into Maya and put them on, however it is that you want them to do or be. Same as with these, like you see the lower torso, you bring the lower torso in, you can put on different armor configurations and then export it out of Maya. Yeah. Oh, wow, there's a horse. How about that? That was back when I was going to make a Western game. The tail on this thing's jacked up, though. Yeah, that's perfectly normal. Nothing strange about that at all. Don't stand behind the horse, it'll kick you. I guess this is the Indian pack is what this is. Yeah, that's the male Indian. Hello, Ripper Junkie. Hello, Alardine. Hello, Yuza. Hello, Galactic Fire Studios. I see you guys over there in chat. And this is the female Indian. Of course, she's got to be half naked, right? You can't have a chick in a game that is not at least half naked, right? That just don't sell. Why do I get the feeling that we live amongst a bunch of pervs, a bunch of sex-craved pervs? Why do I get that feeling? I don't know. But at least he included one in here that ain't naked, right? I mean, that's always good. See? Fully clothed. Imagine that. And these are some free. These characters are pretty much shit. But these were free from Epic. I think these are still free. These are permanently free, I believe. Exact same character, just a little bit different outfit. And then we have this character. $210 plus one more. Always got to have that one more. Good God, boy, that's lagging to shit. Look at them material elements. 12 of them. Wow, that's laggy as hell. Good God. There it went. I guess it was still compiling shaders. You'd think a 16-core processor, it wouldn't do that shit, would it? But I guess it does. Then we have this character. I'm just revisiting some of my characters that I've bought, got free, or whatever the hell. Back when I was in game building mode. God, these mechs are garbage. That's garbage. Wow, that looks really bad. I don't remember this looking as ass as that. What the hell happened here? I guess that's because this is in Unreal Engine 5. I don't remember that looking as shitty as that. What the hell happened here? This is the male counterpart to that female we looked at a little bit ago. I bet this still... No, this one don't look washed out. Discounted Chappie. Yeah, that's right. This mech is a little bit better than that other one, I guess. Oh, let me show you guys this. See if you guys agree with me. You guys may not. Do you guys see the face on this critter? The look of it? Do any of you guys know of a movie that has a character in it that looks similar to this? I do. I think I do. Let's see if we can actually find it, okay? And see if you guys agree. So we're going to go to Google and we're going to type in this movie, Starfighter. I think that was the name of the movie. Oh, it was The Last Starfighter. So this was a movie when I was growing up. I think this is it. I think it's this one right here. Let's play the trailer. I'll have to mute it so it don't ding me. I believe there was a alien in this movie that looked similar to that one. If you guys ain't watched this movie, you should watch it. Right? I thought it was a good movie. And the reason that I specifically remember this movie, I don't know why I have such a good memory, but let me tell you guys how come I remember this specific movie. So back when cable television first came out, up and until that happened, the only way that you could get TV was through an antenna. Okay. And my family finally decided to get cable television. This was the very first movie I watched on cable television. It was on HBO. Very first movie. It ain't the very first movie that I ever saw. It's the very first movie I ever saw on cable television. So let me see if I can find a scene with that alien in it. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, this is probably it right here. So let's see. Hold on. Wait for it. Come on, Alex. Don't be such a wimp. What? Let me back it up here. Right there. So that alien reminds me of this. Come on, Alex. Don't be such a wimp. Oh shit, I better mute that. Let me see if I can get a better picture of it. Shit. Man, how could these graphics get any better? That's hysterical. He's a stinky fella. I guess we ain't going to get no better close up than that, but that alien in that movie reminds me of this guy. That's funny. That's funny. And this one right here, this one comes with a bunch of different characters. I can't remember. It seems like I paid $200 for all these characters, but one thing I didn't like about them specifically is their heads look way too damn big for their body proportions. Some of them do, not all of them. This reminds me of like a Warframe character. That head looks really strange. That looks more like a uh that looks more like a scuba diver, like a what the hell do you call them? They're not scuba divers. Well, I mean, I guess they are scuba divers, but they're like in the Navy, deep sea diver. That looks more like a deep sea diver outfit. That's definitely a dreadnought, juggernaut, big fatty fat. Um, Alardon, no, these are not from that Proto Factor guy. These are, well, actually, I can show you who these are from. These are from a guy called Super Game Characters. He's got a couple different packs. Wow, he's actually put some new characters out. I think at the time he only had these aliens here and those sci-fi armor packs. So he's got a couple. Holy shit! No, I paid $249 fucking dollars for them. So he's got two separate bundles, which has got, you know, less characters, and then it looks like he's selling individual characters. But yeah, this is the guy, Super Game Characters. I believe they're, I don't know. No, I don't know. They wasn't on sale. I don't think this guy hardly ever puts this stuff on sale. Got a lot of demons. These aliens, I think, are crap, really. Those demons ain't terrible. He was making that kind of game. I don't know. They always make them look better in their advertisement than they actually are. And then we have the Western girl, and I believe that's it. I think that's all the characters I have. There may be more. Good God, 22 material elements on this thing. Well, there's that. I guess we're done looking at that. You know, I wonder something. Maybe we should conduct an experiment here. Yeah, why don't we try an experiment here? So let's just pretend for a moment that I decided to use the default third person template, as bad as I would hate to. You guys remember the experiments we conducted the other day, which was animations from the Lyra project. The only way those look correct is if you use the skeleton, the complex skeleton that is in this project because of that post-process animation blueprint. You guys remember that? So let's pretend for a moment that I've decided to pull the trigger and build my default third-person starter template, my custom one, using this as the beginning so that I get the post-process and all that bullshit, simply so those animations in the Lyra project would look correct, right? Let's just pretend that I wanted to do that. What happens to all those characters that are using the default UE4 skeleton, right? We need to, I think I kind of did an experiment with this already, but we need to explore that a little bit further, right? Keeping in mind that there's no way in hell I would be trying to maintain a bunch of different skeletons in a project. Okay. So what I want to do is take one or two of these characters, export them out, and try to import them in on the new complex UE4 skeleton, right? That's what I want to try to do, just to see what happens, right? So we're going to export this character to the desktop. Ah, shit, we'll just leave it all default and hit go. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to make a new folder called testes. And we're going to say import. And let's see what happens. I guarantee you this ain't going to work, but we're going to try it anyway. This will be going on the new skeleton. And it can do whatever the hell it wants to do here. Who cares? I just want to see if it does anything. Failed to merge bones. This could happen if significant hierarchical changes have been made. Would you like to regenerate the skeleton from this mesh? No. Right, so that ain't gonna work. Let's see what happens if I try to open it. Would you like to regenerate? No. And we got no skeleton, so that's no bueno. That ain't gonna work, which then means none of those characters will work. So then you would have to get into that damn looping shit, right? The retargeting, forever retargeting loop. And that would suck. However, there is maybe one other thing that we could look at, which is, let's bring this into Maya. And let's say, hello, War Machine. Import from the desktop that. And we'll go to the outliner Let's take it out of this group, which I'm sure this ain't got shit to do with it. But just to be safe, let's take this out of this group and try it one more time. Oh no, not import, export. We will put that right back over top of itself. Export it out of that group. And we shall try it one more time. And we want to use that skeleton. And let's not do the materials this time because holy shit, was that a lot of materials. Nope, ain't gonna happen. So what that means is all those characters are useless if you intend to use the new skeleton so that you can use that post-process stuff and all that shit that they already built here. You know, another thing that might be worth looking at is if we were to export this dude to the desktop, maybe it would be possible to switch the fucking skeleton, right? So let me bring that character in here. Let's do a new scene. Import. There ain't no way in hell I would switch all those skeletons for all those characters, but just for curiosity's sake. Shit, I bet I exported all those fucking LODs and all that shit. Of course I did. I didn't mean to do that. So we're going to do a new scene. And I only want the character, right? Let's not get all those LODs and all that shit. Export. And let's just undo all this. We don't need all that shit for this experiment. File, import that guy. And let's get him out of that group. And back over top of himself. Okay, so first let's try to import the girl and merge it with this skeleton and see what happens. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. So let's do it the other way. Let's do a new scene. And let's bring in the girl first. And then we'll bring in that mannequin. I guess the scale and shit's wrong. Right, I don't know why that does that, but yeah. That ain't gonna work worth a damn. Unless maybe, actually, you know what? Let's delete that geometry. Nope. Oh, yeah, that looks fine. What could go wrong with that? That looks perfect. Ship it. So no, what would have to happen would be, if this was to be a real thing, what would have to happen here would be one skeleton would have to be mapped to the other. That's what would have to happen here. I've done that before, but that is a pain in the balls. Especially when you're dealing with that many bones on that character. The new skeleton, that thing has got an astronomical amount of bones in it. So what would have to happen would be something like, shit, and you'd have to change the bone names, or not merge them. I wonder if it is a scale thing. Let me import this mannequin again. Are these things even remotely the same size? Like, let's delete the skeleton out of this. And now let's bring in that chick. Yeah, I mean, they're roughly the same size, so I don't understand why that's getting as jacked up as it is. It must be something to do with a pre-scale. Let's see here. All those scales are 1. Let's bring that in again and look at it. Yep. What happens if we change the scale here? So what happens is when these two merge together, it stretches her way up. Let me just try something here. Which one of these geometries is the one messing it up? Is it the mannequin? If I delete the mannequin, nope. So Control Z to undo that. So it must be the chick. Nope, it's the damn skeleton that's doing it. And it looks like it is in the, I mean, it looks to me like maybe it's just the Z, right? So if we were to set that to 0.5, nope. Actually, you know what? I got another idea. Let's try this. Let's try a new scene. And what we're going to do is we're going to export an animation. Because I remember when I was trying to import these animations onto the default UE4 skeleton, it said something about the scale being different. So let's see if we can find out what that is. Okay, so we're going to do the idle. We will asset action export to the desktop. And then we're going to go in here and add a new folder called testing. All I ever get done is testing. That's it. And if we try to import that animation, and we just pick the goddamn default UE4 skeleton, wherever that is. Either one of these would be sufficient. What does it say? The following bones exist on the imported animation, but not in the skeleton. So that's just talking about the bones. Imported bone transforms. Here it is. Imported bone transform is different from original. Please check output log to see detail of error. Okay, so how do we, I know there's a way to do it. Device output log, that's already showing output log. Okay, let's see what this says here. Guess it's this stuff down here at the bottom. Bone neck underscore 01 global transform negative 0.05032 blah blah blah. Converted global transform. So I believe it is a transform issue. So the original transform, it seems like it's specifically the neck bone. You wouldn't think that that would rescale the whole damn thing. You wouldn't think. Yeah, I mean, it's moving way more than just the damn neck. Hmm. Well, that sucks. Damn it. Oh, well. Look at all them damn bones in that thing. Ridiculous. Freaking ridiculous. It looks like it's mostly the upper body that's jacked up. Well, I don't guess there'd be no other solution to that except for changing the damn skeletons out, and the damn hell with that. That's a big 10 nope. I've done enough skeleton changing to save me a lifetime. Okay, let's see. What I want to know now, if you guys are wondering what I'm doing here, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do, right? Am I going to stick to the old gray dude? Or am I actually going to bite the bullet and switch over using to the new mannequin? That's what I'm actually trying to come to the conclusion of. And the whole reason for any of this is so that I can use every single one of those animations in this Lyra project. Okay. So if you use those animations on the new dummy, they look okay as long as you're using the default third-person template from Epic, which has all that rig bullshit set up, the post-process shit set up. Because if you use just the dummy and bring it into your own project, that damn wrist is collapsed. So I'm going to do a couple more experiments here, and I think I'll have made my mind up, potentially. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to create a default third-person template in Engine 5, right? And we're going to re-examine that issue again. Okay? Oh, shit. That ain't what I meant to do. I didn't click what I meant to click. Son of a... Actually, that would be okay, right? Hold on. Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll use that as the test project. But I need to create the default third-person template. Okay. And we need a new folder in here called testing. Okay. And now we need a default third-person template. This time, how about selecting the template? Yeah, that'll work. Such a clever name. My Project 2. My Project 3. Okay. And we want, what we want is, we're going to do the mani and the simple. And we're going to export both of these to the desktop. Never mind all that bullshit. Okay. And we're going to need another testing folder. Okay. So in this project here, we're going to import them two dummies, right? So we're going to import from the desktop both of these. Yes, they'll have to create their own skeletons and all that shit. No, we don't need no damn materials and no textures. Okay, go. Okay. So this is the default UE4 mannequin. And this is using the complex skeleton, meaning it has all them damn crazy ass bones and shit that they put in this thing. And we also have the simple one, which is using the simplified new skeleton, which is still more complex than the old, but it's not as complex as this one, right? So if we, I thought that there was a way that it told us. Yeah, right there. So if you hover over the non-simplified, you see where it says bones underneath triangles. It's got 161 bones. The simplified one only has 89 bones. So that's a big significant difference. Okay. So now we need to go into that Libra project and get an animation to first, once again, demonstrate the issue here. I make these videos to help myself too, by the way, guys. Sometimes I go back and watch my own video. I'm like, wait a minute, what was that again? And I go back and look at it. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Wow, I've already got a testing folder in here. Imagine that. Which is fine. So what we need is to filter by animation sequence, and we want the rifle jog forward. Where is it? I guess it's that one right there. Okay, so we're going to export this out to the desktop. And the demonstration of the problem will happen in here. So we're going to import that animation, and we're going to use the non-simplified skeleton, and we're going to say import all, and we're going to lock root motion, force root lock. We're going to pause this, and is the wrist collapsed? And it is. As you can clearly see, it's collapsed. Okay. Now we're going to import it on the simple skeleton. See, at first, I thought that it was the simple skeleton that was actually causing the wrist collapse. Okay, so this time around, we're going to pick the simplified skeleton. And you can see it says it's missing bones, right? So that's fine. But we force root lock again, pause the animation, and the wrist is collapsed. So that's the issue. The whole issue with those animations out of that Lyra project is that the wrist will be collapsed on every single one of those animations unless you use the complex skeleton that comes in the default third-person template. And to demonstrate that, what we came to the conclusion of is if we go in here in this testing folder and we import from the desktop that same animation and we tell it to use this skeleton, which is the complex, actually it says it's the simple one, but yeah, there's something weird going on here. So if we open this and we force root lock, pause the animation, and we come up here and look at the wrist, it's collapsed. And the only way that it is not collapsed is if you use the non-simplified skeleton. And we came to the conclusion that when it pops this up here and it says that this is using the post process, when you disable the post process, voila, the wrist collapse. And the simplified skeleton does not have the post process applied to it, which means the wrist is going to be collapsed. So what that means in a nutshell is this: all those animations in that Lyra project, in order to get them to not be fucked up, you have to use them on whatever it is in this post process that Epic did in this template. So if you go to edit here, all this bullshit that they did here, between the control rig shit that they did and all these pose driver things, this post process has to be running on the animation, or the animation. And it's more, just to be clear here, guys, it's more than just the wrist collapse. I guarantee you, if I was to bring in a bunch of different animations from that Lyra project, we would find things that are jacked up on every single one of those animations somewhere. The legs are not in the proper place. The pelvis is a little bit to the left or to the right. So it's more than just the wrist collapse, okay? So the only way that you can get it to not be fucked up is to use the default third-person template in Unreal Engine 5, and you have to make specifically sure that the post-process is running. See, and it does even more than that. See the wrist and the elbows and shit? See? Okay. So that is definitely the thing. Now, the other question that I have is this: how terrible do those Lyra animations look on the default UE4 mannequin from UE4, right? So that's the next question that we have to answer. And to do that, we will create yet another project. Fourth of Jolt's asking, does that post-process retarget? Yeah, I'm sure it does. Along with all that other shit, like the control rig and all that bullshit. And the purpose of what I was trying to do was to create a simplified version that doesn't have to have that control rig. It doesn't have to have the post-process. It doesn't have to have all those poses. It doesn't have to have any of that stuff, right? That's what I was trying to do. But yeah, I'm sure that you could retarget, I mean, the whole thing. But if you're going to go that far, you just as well use the default third-person template that comes in Unreal Engine 5, right? You see what I'm getting at? You should just go ahead and just bite the bullet and use all that bullshit, even though you may not want to, or we may not ever figure out what they did and why they did it. Okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to add the Anim starter pack to my project. And I want to know, what do these Lyra animations look like on the old skeleton? That's what I want to know. And to do that, we're going to make a new folder, testing, and we're going to import that animation, and that's going to go on the default UE4 skeleton. Yeah, it's going to piss and moan about bones. Of course it is. And then we lock the root motion, pause the animation, and let's go look at his wrist. And it's not collapsed. Of course, it don't look collapsed, but it may be, right? And if we hit the play button here, let it run through, I don't know. I mean, does it look like ass? Well, not really. I mean, it would probably do. But the shoulders are a little weird. Let's grab a different one. Let's look for the pistol. Jog forward. Asset actions, export to the desktop. And then we will bring that one in. Let's have a look at the pistol. Oh yeah, that one really looks fucked up. Look at that head pivot. So, and his arms clipping to shit right here. So no, the answer is no, right? You can't use these on the default one either, because it is going to look fucked up. I believe this part right here is even jacked up. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, he's clipping to shitting back right here. So the answer is no. If you're going to use those Lyra animations, you're going to have to start from the default third-person template that uses all that control rig shit, all that post-process anim blueprint bullshit. You're going to have to use it. If that's your intention, is to use them, the only way you're going to get them to look right is that way. Actually, you know what? There is one more thing that we could look at. And that is, if we do a retarget on those animations first, and then export them, right? So let's delete that, and let's bring in those two animations, and we put them on that skeleton. save all of them. And we do a retarget first, right? So we'll take both of these, right click, retarget, duplicate and retarget. And we pick the, okay, so this would be UE5 Manny to UE4 Manny. That would be that. Okay. Yeah, and it needs to be the non-simplified. Otherwise, the wrist will be jacked up, wouldn't it? And then we change, let's put these in the testing folder. This might crack the shits because they're named the same. Yep, and here they are retargeted. Pause those. Force root lock. Oh, wow, that looks even worse. Yeah, that looks even worse. Of course it does. See, this is why retargeting is a bunch of ass. It don't work anyway. You're just better off just to damn import them onto the damn character instead of trying to retarget. Nope. Well, I guess that answers all my questions then. I guess, didn't we did in that other video, we took some of the Paragon animations and we brought them in on the simplified new UE5 skeleton and they looked okayish. So I guess that would be what I would do then. I mean, unless you're okay with the looks of these. I mean, you could fix these. We talked about this in another video. You can kind of fix these a little bit. You can roll that shoulder over and add a keyframe and all that stuff. But that ain't going to fix the damn pelvis. Let me check one more thing here. Right, so if we show retargeting options, and we right click here and we say set to skeleton, and then we set the root to animation, all these to animation. And the pelvis go to animation scaled. That help anything at all? Nope, not really. I mean, them legs are hitting down here at the bottom and everything. See that? I mean, they like literally clip together right there. Garbage. All right, so one more experimente. I said that a minute ago, one more, but I guess I mean one more after one more. So we're going to add a Paragon character. I mean, the whole point of them animations are for the template that I want to build myself, my own personal third person starter template. Still have decent locomotion, but get away from the using the control rig, all those damn pose assets, all that post process anim blueprint garbage, right? Get away from all that, but still use the new dummy. Okay. And so the Lyra animations are out. Not going to happen. So the only other option is to keep using the damn animation starter pack animations, which are shit. They're no good. Buy animations, which I already do own a bunch of them, but I don't even like many of them. So the only other alternative is to actually use the Paragon animations on the new skeleton. Now, we talked about this in another video. There are certain characters in here that have unarmed animations. Some of them have basically the same thing that the rifle does in that Lyra project. And you got twin blasts where you could do dual wielded pistols. You've got Bellica, which has, the two handheld SMG. You've got Murdoch, who's carrying like a big ass rocket launcher type thing. So there's still quite a few of these animations if they look okay-ish on the new dummy. And I think we already checked this, but I want to check at least one more of these. So I'm going to add that to this project. Hopefully this won't take like 10,000 years to download. Fourth Jolt is asking, I wonder if the Mixamo animations would look well with the Lyra rig. I don't know. I never have, just to be honest, I never have thought that the Mixamo animations looked worth a damn on anything other than a Mixamo character. Like every time I've tried to use them, which I didn't try to use them a whole lot, but every time it seems like I tried to mess with them, they just, I mean, they're free, right? I mean, you can't expect a whole heap from them anyway, but it just seems to me like I never was satisfied with the look of them. Okay. Looks like we got Bellica. Yes, we do. So what we could do here is add a new folder called testing again. Damn, all this testing, fucking testing. All right, so we're going to import the simple skeleton, right? I mean, if we're going to do this, if I'm going to do this, I want to keep it as simple, stupid as possible. So I wouldn't even consider the the advanced new mannequin skeleton, right? So we definitely want the simple one with the least amount of bones in it as possible. And then what we can do is look for animation sequences, and these are the Bellica animations. So she's probably got a jog forward in here, and if you look at it, it'll take a second for these shaders to compile or whatever. How about now? How about now? How about now? This is what it looks like. See there? So there's a whole set, a whole heap ton of animations for this. You got jog forward, jog backward, jog left, jog right. You got aim offsets. I don't know if there's crouch animations or not, but I generally don't put crouch in my games anyway, or templates especially. So there's a whole shitload of these animations for these various different Paragon characters. So if we export this and just directly import it onto the simplified new Unreal Engine 5 skeleton, how much ass does it actually look like? All right, so import jog forward, and that will go directly on the simple skeleton. Never mind all the bullshit bones missing. And I think these don't have that root motion shit either. And it looks like that. But that is because of this here, right? Show retargeting options. That is because of this. All these need to be recursively set to skeleton, with the exception being all the root, all the IK bones. And once you set these right in the skeleton, you don't have to fuck with this anymore. I just do so much testing, I have to come in here. And I don't remember if that is supposed to be animation or animation scaled. It's one of the two. Maybe animation scaled. And there you have it, right? So that is what it looks like on the new dummy, which ain't necessarily terrible. I don't know, those shoulders, guys. Isn't it always the damn shoulders? Always. But once again, these animations that are on Bellica would probably look better on the female skeleton, right? Because they are female animations. Let's try one more thing here. Didn't. I did not export the female mannequin. Son of a. Okay, fine. Have it your way. The simplified Quinn. It really bugs me that they're making a differentiation between male and female characters now. As if there wasn't enough fucking work to do. Now you got to do shit for male and female because there's differences. Of course there's differences. But whatever. Import Quinn. Well, I mean, they're still going to have the same skeleton. Okay. Now let's import that again. Yep. Right. Now let's see what this looks like on the female. Right. So that is the male. And if we change that to Quinn, see there? Looks better on the female, right? Because the shoulders are lower. So there is a differentiation that they made with the animations based on whether it was a female or a male. I bet I'm going to give you guys a little trivia here. This is only for the older people though. So back in the 90s, I guess it was the 90s, there was a fad going around in women's clothing that all the blouses that women had access to purchase had shoulder pads in them, right? And the reason is because of female's anatomy, the shoulders are lower than they are on a male. So the females, the Gal Qaeda movement, right? The Nazi feminists wanted to be more manly in the workplace, right? And so the designers of females' clothing came out with office attire, I guess is what you would call it, that had those shoulder pads in it for the sole purpose of making the shoulders of a woman stick up higher to make them look more like a man. How about that? Isn't that some shit? Some of the things people go through. But anyway, yes, obviously these animations look a lot better on her than they do him. So I would imagine, I guess the conclusion of this part right here would be this. If you pick a female Paragon character, the animations are going to look kind of funky on the male. And if you pick a male Paragon character, the animations are probably going to look a little funky on the chick. But having said that, so as far as weapon animations are concerned, see, now I'm not giving a single damn about trying to make hack and slash this, sword wielding that. I'm all about that shooter, right? So Bellica has weapon female animations. And then we've got Twin Blast would be a male, dual wielded pistols. We've got Wraith, which would be a rifle, male. What else do we have? Well, Decker, she carries some kind of a staff or something, so that wouldn't be worth a damn for shootery stuff. So there would only be one set of female weapon animations. Is that what we're saying here? Murdoch, that's a dude. He's got a weapon type animation. Revenant, that's a dude, right? So it looks like there would only be one set of female animations, or what you could do, probably, potentially, is just forgo the whole notion of male and female and just go back to a single dude mannequin. Right? See? Unless you start doing some kind of crazy blending shit where you put the, well, no, I mean, you're still only going to have, her. I wonder how funky male animations would look on the female. Like male Paragon animations, how funky would they look on the female mannequin? See, I mean, that right there looks like shit on a dude. I'm just going to be frank and honest. That looks like shit. The shoulders are slumped. But as long as you use those particular animations on the chick, that looks okay. But I wonder if the same can be said if we reverse this. In other words, we put a male animation on this female mannequin, and how terrible will that look? It's always the goddamn shoulders. Always. And the only way we get an answer to that is to get a dude Paragon character. I don't hardly want to do the... Well, I guess we can. These are these on the Murdoch character would be hip fire. For like a dreadnought, right? That's what I'm thinking. That would be what those would be for. So that only leaves Wraith, Revenant. That's a single handheld shotgun animation, but it could be for like a pistol, single-handed pistol. And then you got Twin Blast. Well, I'll tell you what, let's put Twin Blast in here and let's do that and see what that looks like. You know, I'm awfully picky for just a damn starter template. Isn't that funny? Remember earlier in this stream where I was talking about maybe creating something new to put on the UE marketplace for Unreal Engine 5 specifically? I got an idea of what that might end up being. But I have to be able to have access to a lot of animations. Free animations that can be used and sold. So that means they either have to come from Lyra, these Paragon characters, or the animation starter pack. And I hate those animations in the animation starter pack. And I'm not going to mention what I'm thinking yet, because it all depends on whether or not I can make this stuff not look like ass. But there may be, in the near future, a new template for sale. $19.99, right? That'll be the cost. It'll be a more advanced type template of some sort. Okay. So now what we need to do is go into Twin Blast, and we need a jog forward. Is that him jogging forward with the dual pistolas? I don't know. Good God. Shaders. I'm compiling shaders. Yeah. So wonder what that's going to look like on a chick. So we will export this. Oh, great. We already got one called Jog Forward. Let's call it DP. Dual pistols. Okay, go. And then we turn right around and import that animation onto the Manny Simple Skeleton, yes. And we can switch back and forth between a male and a female. Or it's going to freeze my computer and blow up completely. One of the two. Good God, lag, you son bitch. Well, he ain't leaning back at all, is he? Did I set these? Yep. Why did them get switched over to Skeleton? Well, it don't matter. Cursively set retargeting to Skeleton. I thought we did this. I guess it changed. I don't know. I'm mainly just curious as to what they look like on the chick. And if there's any ladies that watch this, I'm not a woman basher. Okay. I just say chick. Some women take real big offense if you call them a chick. So they look okay-ish on the dude. I think he's leaning back, maybe a smell too much, but beggars can't be choosers. Let me slow this camera down a little bit. Yeah. Looks like she's had her collarbone broke. No, that's what we're looking for. That's not what we're looking for. I guess it would just be the upper arm left. And that would be actually, it wouldn't be that bone. It would be that one. Nope. No. I mean, they could probably be fixed, but I would really not want to do that. And then they lean back way too far. Oh, she's got a pot belly. Get in my belly. No, the male animations ain't gonna look worth a damn on the female. Okay, well, I guess I got some more thinking to do. So let me clean all this crap up. Made a hell of a mess here. I'll have to think on it a few days. I still ain't decided yet. It ain't looking good though, I'll just tell you that right now. All right, let me bring Chad over here. All right, so I appreciate you guys that hung out with me and watched me dick around with this stuff. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but it ain't looking good, right? I mean, you only have access to what you have access to. I guess it looks as though I'm leaning towards just starting from the default UE5 third-person template so that I can use all those animations in the Lyra game project that they put out. And I would really rather not do that, but it looks like there ain't going to be no getting around it. Unless I want to use the crappy animation starter pack, and I don't. Because I've used that, you know, ever since they released the damn thing, and I'm sick of them. They're not good animations in the first place, but oh well. So with that, you guys take care. This is John Galt, and we will see you in another video in another time.